welcome aboard the Salted Trio. This is a podcast that has been initiated by and powered by Prevention at Sea. It's our first episode, and I'm very happy about it. I am Petros Achtypis, founder of Prevention at Sea, and I am spending most of my time in working with shipping companies regarding compliance, safety, and strategic transformation of the companies. Today with me, I have the pleasure to have my co-host, Captain Panagiotis Nikiteas. He is the DPA and HSQE manager of Maran Dry. Panos, thank you very much for joining us.
The pleasure is mine.
And today, the topic of our episode 1 for Salted Trio is a topic that I'm very excited about it. It's the current changes in our industry, and especially the dry bulk industry, and how the DryBMS will impact the next years of bulk carriers ship management. So, Panos, would you like to introduce our guest for today?
Our guest for today is Spyros Tarasis. I would say a veteran. Getting close. Getting close. Spyros is a director of DBC and Intercargo's vice chair, and currently with a major flag administration. If you want to advertise, you can advertise.
There's no need to do that.
We have been working with Petros and Spyros in various projects in the past, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a very fruitful discussion about today's topic.
Spyro, Panos mentioned that you are part of and director of the board of directors of DBC, if I'm correct.
Well,
what about his role as well?
He's the chair of the board.
Uh-huh.
So Panos is the chair of the board of directors of DBC.
So who has more power?
He's representing the owners in the board of DBC, and this is the good thing about DBC because it has a representation of owners inside, Intercargo and owners representatives. So we have 2 votes as owners in the 7-seat board. So this is something that is unique in our industry.
Could you please tell us a bit more about the board? Who are the members?
I will tell you. First of all, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to do this. It's the first time that I'm doing a podcast or anything, and I'm looking forward to a very meaningful discussion. Now, DBC is the Dry Bulk Center of Excellence. It's a company that it was created especially to run and manage and govern DryBMS. And DryBMS is the dry bulk self-assessment system. It's let's say a copy of the TMSA, but special for the dry bulk industry. And this is something that it is really innovative for the way forward. Now, the board of DBC comprises of industry leaders, comprises of International Chamber of Shipping, ICS, of BIMCO, a representative of charters, currently is Rio Tinto, representative in the board, a representative from the owners, which is Panos Nikiteas, a representative of Intercargo, I'm the director on behalf of Intercargo on the board, and a representative from RightShip in the board. And of course we have also a seat that it's currently empty, but it's taken by the managing director of DBC. It's the person that we are trying to source now in order to run the system.
So it's very nice to have both of you here today because I'm gonna get some insightful information.
All the secrets.
All the secrets. All the secrets. So Captain Panos, tell me, when you started discussing or let's say visualizing DryBMS, what was your vision about it, and how do you think that this will impact the shipping industry in the next years?
Okay, when we started, I don't think we had a very specific vision how things will develop. At the first stages of establishing a standard to govern dry bulk, we had competitive movements by the two major players, RightShip and Intercargo, that were in the beginning not working in synergy to produce something. One party produced one, the other party produced the other. So this conflict made the players feel uncomfortable. Where we're going, what's going on? People realized, I would say rather early, we did not continue this battle for long.
No, it lasted for almost a year.
Yeah, even, and there was a joint committee who worked together in a very fast and efficient manner and produced the first and then the revisions and so on and so forth. What we wanted honesty. Very, very important word, honesty. We wanted a framework. We wanted standardization. We wanted to work in harmony with other partners. And I think the way that DryBMS as standard was created was unique. It was not imposed by a third party or by God or by Harry Potter. It was created by the people of the industry for the people in the industry. Is it perfect? No. Will it become better? Every day it can get better. The next question was where we see the future. I see the future in 20 years when I'm gonna be, in my country house, listening to podcasts of the Starter Trio of that time, discussing how valuable and how revolutionized DryBMS was for the dry bulk industry, and that 2024 was a landmark for the dry bulk industry. This is what I envision.
And so there is no magic.
There's
no Harry Potter.
There's no magic wand.
Okay.
It's hard work. It is professionalism. It is knowledge. It is willingness to move on, to get better. There is the framework. People know what we're doing. The idea is to manage like a conductor to organize these things and make them work in symphony and in synergy. And I think we are in a good pace. And as Spyros already described, it is a unique board. This is a unique board. We have two independent members who are so valuable and so transparent in what they do and cross-check the processes. And we have the representative of charterers, we have the representative from owners, and we have the two funding members that work in liaison and in cooperation. So I think it is a unique setup that we have not seen in shipping. Because shipping maybe it is famous for synergies and alliances, but underground it's not really like that. Yeah.
So Spyros, can you tell me who was the godfather of DryBMS? Who thought of this name?
It passed through a lot of name changes.
Okay, can you?
Actually, we all decided together the final name, and that was the first synergy that we had. Actually, I want to tell you the story a little bit behind DryBMS. When we had ISM, we had TMSA, we had OKIMF running TMSA. OKIMF is a forum only from charters. Actually, very good and quality owners of dry bulk, they said, okay, it's something that we miss in our industry, and it's something that we know that individual charters ask from time to time. So we need to create something. At the same time, RightShip was, on behalf of the board members, which is Cargill, Rio Tinto, and BHP, they were also trying to establish a management system for the office. So we were working parallel, but not together. At some point, we all realized that there cannot be two standards, and that's what we wanted to avoid in the first place, to have 3-4 standards, each from one charter. So we sit down with RightShip, we cooperated. We cooperated with many companies. Maran was one of them, and we tried to produce something that would be specifically written for the dry bulk industry, and not having things for tankers or for gas carriers or for car carriers or for any other type of ship. So it's a unique standard that it is made for the dry bulk industry, and it is made by the dry bulk industry. Now, the way it will be governed will show how successful or not successful will be in the future. There have been now, 6 years when we started the whole thing, but still the system is a baby. So we are trying to promote it, we are trying to give it a push, especially to the charter side for the industry. And I think that if we succeed in this, it will be something that will be unique for the whole shipping industry, not only the dry bulk.
Would you like to ask something, Spyros? Or should I?
You go ahead, shoot.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much. So if guys, you have to describe DryBMS with 2-3 words only to a mess boy, what would you say to him? What is DryBMS?
Okay.
Okay, you can use more words.
To a mess boy, yeah?
To a mess boy, yes.
I would say that...
Would you prefer another rank?
No, I'm okay with that. Mess boys are the backbone of a vessel.
Exactly.
Keep everything clean and smooth and running, and yeah. I would tell to any crew member, to any rank, I would tell, and to any shore staff as well, I would say the same. DryBMS is like a mirror. It is the reflection of what the company is really doing. It is not a paper-based safety. It is a reality. And having a system such as DryBMS, unfortunately or fortunately, exposes the tremendous gap, sometimes tremendous, sometimes smaller, between how we envision that we are doing things and write that how we do, and how we actually live the systems as we implement them. So I would say to the crew, it's a mirror. It's a mirror of how you really do. Because DryBMS is not a Bible. It's a guideline. How each company adopts it and absorbs it in its own processes and procedures reflects back to the company's decision, how deep it wants to go to implement, to change cultures, to amend, to progress, to look into the future, to give priorities and so on. So it is a mirror. DryBMS is a mirror of what we do.
Spyro?
I would say you are not alone. I would say to them, you are not alone. Imagine the ship being in the middle of the Atlantic with 20 people on board. It's like a small island in the middle of nowhere. So whatever happens there, it's something unique, and usually they feel alone. So having a system in place, it means that actually they know where to rely. I still remember the days when a telex came to the office and it said, we were stranded for 2 days because we had a main engine malfunction, and after that we fixed it and now we are okay. And that telex would come to the office 3 days after
The event.
And whatever had happened. And now the things are not like this. And because now the usual thing is somebody calls you and says, I have a problem, what am I going to do? And instead of doing this, we have procedures to follow. We have, how to say, checklists to do. And it's a system that will improve ourselves. Like what Panos said, when we are looking at the mirror, we'll say, okay, we are a step ahead now than what we were a week ago or a month ago or a year ago. And this is crucial for the industry.
And guys, what would you say to people who, when they hear about DryBMS, they say it's most probably another audit, or why we need, or why we feel that it's something new? We have already procedures, we have already risk assessment, we have already drills, we have already trainings, we have already evaluations, we have already audits.
Can I take this one?
Yes, of course.
Well, I will add some pepper to the salt. It's not what we have. It's not what we can be. Of course we have. And if you look at the structure of DryBMS, everybody complies with the first level because we all have ISM.
The basic level, you mean?
The basic level is what the regulations need. And from there on, we have improvements. It's not mandatory. It's not something that somebody should do. It's something that somebody must do because they want to get better. If they don't want to get better, they can stay as they are. Of course, they follow regulations and they comply with regulations. But every step you make above regulations and to improve your quality and your standards, it's something that will give you a competitive advantage in every aspect of the shipping business, not only commercial, but also technical and operational and every other aspect.
So it's like a bridge between your clients where you somehow ensure them that, we apply safety measures. Maybe it's a way to make them feel trust to your company, perhaps, that you follow the right or the best practices.
Petros,
that industry.
As you said, everybody says, but we are already doing them. Okay, did somebody sit down and measure it? What you are doing, how you are doing it. That's how DryBMS works. Whatever you do, you document it, you put it down, and you get a final, let's say, rating. This rating, it's yours. You know it only. You want to disclose it to your charter, of course you can disclose it. Your charter wants to verify it, can come and verify it. But this is how you are going to show what exactly are you doing, because it's very nice to say we are doing things, but how is this documented? Panos, you know this better.
maybe it's not only apart from documented. I would say that maybe you have now a tool where you compare yourself with others towards the same standard, because as you said, everybody says or believes that we have procedures, we are okay.
I want to stress, Petros, that this rating is only known to the owner or the charter that the owner discloses to. It is not widespread. Of course, there will be statistics. There will
you can do some benchmarking, but
there will be anonymous statistics where the companies stand, and you could rate your company if you are in the average or above average or below average by knowing your own grade. Okay, but data will be only for the owners, that they own the data and they can distribute share with anyone who wants.
Okay.
Can I go back to the original question that if it is another audit, whoever thinks it's another audit has already failed. Period. It's not an audit. It's a self-reflection. DryBMS is a self-reflection against standard. There is no specific path how you achieve compliance. I can go through Thessalonica, you can go through Cyprus. Do you achieve the end result? Have you managed to have a very good, let's say, preventive maintenance system? Do you have a good communication system? Do you have a good well-being processes for your crew? Do you have very high retention? How you achieve it It's up to you. So it's not an audit. It's a way, it's a road, it's a map where you put your waypoints and say, I'm going to go from here to there. Any company that does not have a passage plan, it's doomed.
Mm-hmm.
You must have a passage plan and say, now I'm here, this is what I have, this is what I have built, and I want to go there. What is there? What we have discussed? Charterers' expectations, shippers' expectations, industry expectations, society expectations. This is where we have to go. We have to also to survive at the same time, because if we don't maintain competitiveness, we will not be around for long. So we have a path, and we have a standard to say, we need to improve our system of documentation. We need to improve. We see gaps. Why we see? Because there are other industry requirements that we would not fulfill at that moment. Do we have the resources? Yes, we do have. Let's go ahead and do that. So it's not an audit, it's a self-reflection of how we manage and progress the processes and how we evolve and how we get better. Now, as already said, do I want to share this path and the results with my clients? Because they want to make sure that actually I'm progressing and I'm doing good for my industry and so on. Yes, I will share. Can I invite them? Of course you can invite them and cross-check that what my self-assessment has demonstrated, actually it is pretty close to what somebody else will see. It can never be 100% similar way, because there are views and subjectivity, but generally it should be quite close. So this is what I feel about if it is another audit. Certainly it's not an audit, it's a self-reflection of how we manage our progress through our structured passage plan and business plan.
Great. Okay, I have a question. Another one for you.
To whom? We are going to fight.
Well, you get the easy one, you get the salty one. So if DryBMS was a mobile app, what the message would be on your mobile from DryBMS app as a shipping company?
Own your processes. Own your processes. Be the owner of your processes. Be the owner of your processes.
So there would be a reminder there every morning when you wake up?
Be the owner, because if I am a second mate, I have other processes. If I'm a second engineer, I have other. If I'm a captain, if I'm a superintendent, if I am a HSQE, if I am whatever, if I'm the leader of the company, I have other processes that I have to live up with. So yes, DryBMS is live your processes, make them there. This is what DryBMS is. Because what we see, Petros, unfortunately, not only in our industry, but in many, even in our society, even how things are done in Greece and in other places, a lot of big speech, a lot of nice words, and not sufficient implementation sometimes. So live up to the processes and the schedule and the processes that the company has done. That's what I would like to pop up every morning.
Great. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Spyro, now the difficult part.
Yeah, that was easy, eh?
That was easy. So, Panos mentioned before that if you wish, you can invite your clients, and if you wish, you can share your results, and if you like, you can do X, Y, Z. Now, from experience from the TMSA, from the oil industry, we know how stressed is a situation where a company learns that there is a forthcoming TMSA audit, and there is, I wouldn't say panic, but the preparation
General
alarm. So, and then you get a score similar to what you mentioned before, rating, and then companies start comparing each other. I got 2.8, no, you got 3.1, or no, I have a 2.1 and 2.8, etc., etc. So, will this be in the near future? Are we going to see something similar with the dry bulk industry?
For sure, we are going to see something similar. You know, whatever tool is out there, finally it becomes commercial. And this is why we own shipping companies. That's why we own ships, because we want to be commercial. We have clients, we want them to be happy, and we make everything possible for them to be happy. So this is what is going to happen finally at the end. Of course, what else is going to happen is that shipping, dry bulk shipping, will be much safer than it is today. We already made a big progress the last 10 years, a very big progress, but this is because a lot of charters are coming and asking their own systems to be implemented in the company and on board the ships. What we are trying now to do is to have a unique system, a one system for the whole industry, that it is governed and updated constantly by both charters and owners. As a charter, you have a requirement. You come and tell to DryBMS, look, we need to embed this into the system. Owners, charters sit down, discuss, they put it in, or they don't put it in. Or an owner has a requirement and says, look, you cannot have 3 different regulations for 3 different ports in Australia. You have to make it one, please, because we cannot go to a different port and have different regulations. So all this is something that I believe in the future will be mutually agreed by ship owners, by charters. And this, at the end, will be a commercial tool. Whoever complies with most of the regulations will have a competitive advantage, and this is something that, you know, it will eventually happen, but of course it will be safer, and it will save from owners a burden to follow different rules in different area and different port that they go. They will have one rule to follow, and they will follow it. This is something that shipping constantly faces. Different port state control ideas, different charter ideas, different regulations in each country they go. So it's a very small step towards having one system to deal with. And for your other question, my mobile would say, you have to update. Be better.